Welcome to the IslandStats.com football show, your weekly dose of all the action from Bermuda's top football leagues. We bring you in-depth coverage of the Premier and First Division, results, highlights, analysis, and exclusive interviews. We also keep you up to date with the latest news and developments from the Bermuda Football Association. Stay tuned for the IslandStats.com football show, your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about the beautiful game in Bermuda. Now let's join the IslandStats.com football show team. Well, good evening and welcome to this edition of the IslandStats.com football show. I'm your host, Earl Baston. Joining me, our co-host, Andrew Griffith and Garrett Punchy Dill. Gentlemen, it's been a very interesting weekend of football. We are hoping to bring you updates of the match that just kicked off at the Devonshire Recreation Club between the Boulevard Blazers and Young Men's Social Club. But let me bring you the results we have from the weekend of football thus far. On Friday night, it was Dandytown Hornets 1, PHC Zebras 1. And then today, down at the Wellington Oval, it was St. George's Colts 1, Paget Lions 2. At Police Field, it was Devonshire Colts 3, Devonshire Cougars 2. And over at Bernard Park, it was North Village Rams 1, Crossroads 1. In the First Division, it was Somerset Eagles 1, Somerset Trojans 3. At the Wellington Oval, it was Hamilton Parish 0, Vasco 6, and at Bernard Park, it was Wolves 1, Southampton Rangers 4. Just to let everyone know, we will be joined at the bottom of the hour by Jerome Haywood, the Dandytown coach. They have a busy week. They played Friday night. They have a semifinal coming up this week, as well as another big challenging match on the weekend. But let's start off with that Friday night game, Dandytown Hornets and PHC. Obviously, both teams, but Dandytown riding high, tied at the top of the table with Crossroads. We're looking to keep their unbeaten record going. PHC, stutter step. We're looking to get their season back on track. Would you say 1-1 a fair result with the conditions and everything, Griff?
Well, I think we had a game like this last year with Paget, and I think their defender scored like a 70-yard goal. So I heard by all accounts, it's the same thing here by the PHC keeper. Mm-hmm. Well, again, I'm going to stick to it. I didn't see it, but I would have choked my goalkeeper if he let seen a goal from 70 yards. I don't care how hard he kicked it.
It was a few factors in it. It wasn't just one that flew over his head. It was one that bounced.
What? That's even worse.
It got a good bounce, and he came off his line to collect the ball, but it got a good bounce, and with a lot of wind behind its back, the ball just flew over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Punchy, I see you raise your eyebrows. Give us your thoughts.
Well, just like Griff said.
Were you there?
Well, that's unbelievable. I would like to see the video of that.
Yes.
Just where his positioning was, in terms when the ball was kicked. Unbelievable. That type of goal being conceded by a goalkeeper. I mean, it can happen, but wow. I'm sure they talked about the win factor there. I
guess, bro, they would have gone against the win. They would have gone with the win the first half.
Yeah.
And his kicks would have been just as long, if not, or longer, going with that win in that first half. The unfortunate thing is, you end up conceding from a free kick like that, and so late in the game, your night's kind of ruined. Dandytown scored from a PHC throw-in. They rubbed them deep in the half. David Jones was able to square the ball, and another attacker comes running in and puts the ball away. But then, just when they think that up comes, something out of nothing. There is talk that the free kick should have been an indirect free kick, but you can clearly see through the evidence, the referee at no time raised his hand to indicate that it was going to be an indirect free kick. And the ball ended up in the net. So, I mean...
So what was the infringement that the kick was given for? Because there's not that many circumstances. Yeah, that's not an indirect free kick. No.
Yeah, but
So
it was offside.
Again, like I'm gonna speak up for the voiceless. If I'm a Danny Thorn defender and I'm killed myself for 90-95 minutes, I'm gonna lose my everlasting mind. The girl goes in.
Yeah, but hold on, Griff. You might have been fighting for 90-95 minutes with the goalkeeper doing the same thing. But how many mistakes did you make before that ball went in the goal?
Hey,
if I'm the goalkeeper and I make one mistake, one mistake, it costs us. It would cost us the game. Yes. However,
you can make
However, how many other times did I save those guys from making mistakes?
That's a job. You could make a mistake. Okay, you shank your goal kick. Not letting me on a goal like that. If somebody took a scorcher from like about 8 yards, all right, cool. You got
the guy took a scorcher. We hit it.
Yeah.
He took a scorcher. We hit it.
Hey, if I was the girl, all right, give me a break. Not a premier goalkeeper. of a potentially first place team.
But you've seen even in professional football, guys are scoring from their half of the field.
That goalkeeper will get strung up even more. I would be disappointed if it happened to me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Chris.
I've played games where I've had like a 6'5" goalkeeper getting chipped from like 20 yards, and I want to lose my mind. 70 yards, I'm definitely going to be screaming in the changing room.
No, you're absolutely right. I think I'll go with you on that, Griff. It's no way. I mean, like you said, some of this you're seeing goals scored from the halfway line by an attacker like Wayne Rooney and the great ones overseas. But but a type of goal like this to concede it that late too, even if you did save about 5 or 6 shots, but to concede that type of goal, wow, that's pretty unbelievable. Yeah, like again, we'd like to see the video on that too. I'd like to see some video on that also.
I'm actually working on it right now to bring it to you. What we can do is take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the video for you to view, and you decide.
Yes. I love the football show.
We'll be right back.
Some classics never go out of style, like White Rock Ginger Ale and Mixers. Crisp, clean, and refreshing, they're the perfect match for your favorite cocktails, a sparkling base for mocktails, or simply enjoyed on their own. Whether it's family gatherings, weekend get-togethers, or just unwinding at home, White Rock brings the flavor that fits every occasion. Proudly distributed by John Barrett & Sons, and always available at Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Beneath the clear blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the long-tails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, it's silence, proudly Bermudian. Bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Digitalis proudly Bermudian.
You ever crack open a Coke and just... perfect.
It's that cold, classic hit that never lets you down.
Whether you're chilling with friends or just need a break, you can't go wrong with Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Nothing else compares.
Proudly distributed by Butterfield and Vallis.
All right, and welcome back. Well, Griff, just for you.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Football Show. All right. Spots the ball. Everybody pushes up the field.
Okay.
Is that 85 minutes?
Right.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah. Nah.
No. No way. Just no way. Nah. No way. Look how far he was. No way.
Maybe, I'll give this. Maybe you be pissed off. One of your defenders should have got to the bunks. So it couldn't have bunked, but
Oh, before it even bounced.
yes, still believe.
Yeah.
That's a bad goal.
That's a terrible goal to give away. Especially at that time of the game, too. That's a terrible goal to give away.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, like, he was not trying to tip the keeper. He was just knocking it into the area.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does happen. But then you got to point your fingers at that. Anytime lost that game by that drew that game by that mistake. That was a terrible.
That was a gift.
That's a gift. Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to today's matches. Down at Wellington Oval, the game was held up for a while through an injury in the first half, but finally ended with Paget Lions defeating St. George's Colts 2-1. I had said Paget needed to show me something, and they showed me something this week. They showed that spirit that they had last season, and they're off and running now. Got 4 points. St. George's playing at home, Punchy. Was that a surprise for you? Because we all picked St. George's just because they were home and they were having a better time at it. But obviously, Paget proved us wrong.
Yeah. That's really a surprise about that result. That's a really surprise. I always, when we look at the results that Paget have had this year, we're like, well, we didn't see that coming with this victory here. Because I'm sure when you go back to our picks, we probably all picked St. George's. I think so.
Yeah,
but
we all picked.
Yeah, I guess it just seems. I still think that when you look at, well, I'm good for Paget also because they put, like you said, it puts them on 4 points, which is good. That puts them probably up on third or fourth. But for St. George's, that's not a good result for them, especially at home. And there's other times that I've seen them struggle with these type of teams, and not come out. When you think that they're going to win these type of games, that they should win these type of games, and they don't. I still think they're in the learning stage with Deronde. I still think so. I do think so. That result must have been a setback for them mentally. But it's still early in the season, isn't it?
Yes, very early, very early. Griff, give us your thoughts on Paget Lions. I mean, you've seen them play.
Yeah, I'm wondering, Punchy said, this is a surprising result. Sometimes they have these results against St. George's, meaning against this type of team. So I'm wondering, what's this type of team? Because it's not like a promotion team that is going up and down. Like Paget's starting to solidify themselves, and they're consistently winning games. So I think they're making us pay up with our picks a lot. So we can't sleep with them anymore. So it would have been hard to pick Paget with St. George's at home. So I'm not too concerned at that on us, but I wonder now how much faith can we take in any Paget game? They could win or lose against any given team. So Paget is one that's gonna compound us, but they they seem to be developing some sort of consistency. I think when we say that type of team, I think we have to consider them at the minimum a mid-level team.
Let's turn our attention to Police Field, where the Battle of Devonshire took place, with Devonshire Colts getting a 89th minute winner against a 10-man Devonshire Cougars team. Cougars took the lead, but then were reduced to 10 men in the 38th minute. Devonshire Colts managed to score 2 goals before half, and then it was an equalizer in the 86th minute. I guess Cougars thought, okay, we'll come out of here with a point, but Devonshire Colts ended up getting a winner. We've seen Devonshire Colts now. They've beaten the defending champions to open the season. They lost last week to Dendy Town, but then bounced back and beat Devonshire Cougars. Give us your assessment, Griff, on Devonshire Colts.
Well, I think until you told me that this was a little bit surprising, but if you're now telling me that they play it with a man advantage from 38 minutes, and I'm thinking like, okay, because I think they have the wherewithal tactically to figure this out. I think Ray will get them and prepare them to break them down with 10 men, and it looks like that's what they did. So if this was 11v11, I'll be more surprised. But if you're saying 10 men from 38 minutes, then yeah, Coach should beat with what we see.
Right. Punchy, give us your assessment on Devonshire Cougars, because rocky start for them. They've only played 2 games. Remember, they still have that match in hand with Boulevard, but one draw and 1 defeat.
Yeah, I still think they're a team in progress. With the new coach also, what he's trying to implement. I think you can also put him with alongside Jeru Hayward, what he's trying to do. This is first year Mark Smith. I think it's fresh, isn't it? It's fresh year there.
Yeah, at Cougars.
But
at Cougars.
Yeah, but anybody goes a police field against Devonshire Colts, and I think I'm not going to stray away from Cougars, but I think anybody goes a police field now against Devonshire Colts. I think when Devonshire Colts has matured tremendously, quickly too, but Cougars are going to be. They have to keep on believing what they're doing, because I thought against North Village, they were very, very good technically the way they played. But what happens again? You can't take Devonshire Colts for when you go up there and play a police field. And I just think what Griffiths also said, when you played a 38 minute, you played 1 man down, you're gonna be in trouble. I think Cougars again, just like St. George's, are rebuilding in terms of the team concept. And I think these are kind of results that we didn't think that it would happen, but I just think that you could see it now. And what is good about also that is that what got now, I think Mark Smith's been in Andrew Bascom's coaching team for a while, and he's also taken some of the players from over there. It's gonna be interesting because he's coaching against a national team coach, a former national team coach, assistant coach. So it's interesting what the quality is like also between these teams, because that's most important. The result, I think Devonshire Colts is going to give a real, if they can sustain this, I think they're going to play with a lot more practice, because it really, these 2 victories against North Village and Cougars, that's rivalry teams. But against Cougars, I would have thought that they would come out on top on this. I would have thought so. But again, playing with 10 men down for that long a period it's very difficult.
Right. And the final Premier Division game, joint league leaders Crossroads went to the defending champions' house, North Village Rams, and came away with a 1-1 draw. North Village scored early in the first half in the 24th minute. They in the league thus far, they've gotten 3 goals from the same player, in Jonte Smith. It's kind of difficult when you look at it, but they conceded 4 goals and they end up with a draw with Crossroads. Does this result surprise you? But both of you picked a draw for this match, but North Village, the way they've started the season, Ponchi, are you surprised by the result?
No, I'm not surprised by the result. I watched the game on the YouTube. We watched the whole game,
Right.
and I thought Northwest is in trouble. I think they're not. Look, when teams start to figure you out, when they start point their fingers, say, listen, we are going to stop Jonte Smith from scoring, but they didn't do today. But if you keep looking at statistic wise, Jonte and Jai going back to last year too. Northwest were getting away with that.
Yeah.
Not playing well, but winning because Jai and Jonte were the saviors.
Yeah.
Now Jonte is the savior. Where's the girls going to come from? And they were poor today. I'm sorry, they were poor. Crosswords, when I saw that game, Crosswords had hit the crossbar 3 times. So Crosswords in the first half could have been actually up about 3-0. I think Northwest is they're not, they only got 2 points for how many games? 3 games or 2 games?
3 games.
3 games. 3 games, only 2 points. That should tell you. Now, is it a hangover from last year, or is it that they're being figured out? That's a question for the coaching staff, because when Jonte comes back, who scored the goals since he's come back?
Yeah.
Who scored the goal for Northwest? Jonte Smith.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now, if you're going to coach against North Village, now you say, look, we make sure he don't even get a look at goal. You make sure, even if you track him, everywhere he goes, we have somebody, not somebody man for man nowadays. Nobody does that. But everywhere he goes, someone, if he comes back from center forward and comes into the midfield, then you put pressure on him because away from goal. But once he's up around goal, you got to be very, very good at stopping him. He's so clever. He's just a low pressure center forward. So I think Northwest only got 2 points. That puts him in third from the bottom now?
Right now, North Village are 4th from the bottom.
4th from the bottom.
Yeah, Devonshire Cougars and Social Club have 1 point, and Boulevard yet to get off the mark.
Right. You'd be interested, but I just thought that I'm gonna leave it with with Crosswords with another discussion. But North Village, they were. I just seen Terrence Frey came back in today, and I thought he played exceptionally well. He's out of shape. He's not in good shape. I thought that they were very good in only some parts of the field, if I could say that. I'm not trying to say, but they played a better football in the last third, which is, they don't play better football up in the top third. And so they're going to get beaten quite a bit if the coaching staff don't fix this is what we're talking about. They're just not really, the new players that have come in have not, they haven't added to the squad, added some significance to Northwest squad.
Right.
I'm not calling the names, but they haven't. And so Northwest are really struggling. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a real battle for them in the next 3 games. And it's been interesting to see who they play in the next 3 games.
Yeah. Griff, let's talk a little bit about Crossroads, because they have surprised quite a bit of people to start the season. Probably not themselves, but quite a bit of people to start the season.
Well, I think us being on the show every week, I don't think we're surprised. We knew that they would be good, but not top of the table good. But they have a very good coach, so they're going to be prepared, and they have decent players. And I think some of the teams that got relegated, they picked up a few of those players, and it looks like everything's gelling well for them. So hats off to them. But if I was like a decent impersonator in my best Earl Basin voice, I think you would have said, "Hey, Griff, you a bunch of your geniuses. You picked this game just like you said you would."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But you got to, if you watch the game, and I watched the game with my son, who was me and him were watching the game, and Crosswords, like I said, Crosswords had created quite a bit of chances, and so I don't think they're going to be not going to be in the thick of relegation. But if they can keep up this momentum They're going to be hard to beat. They're going to be one of those teams. When you go down to Davis to play against Crossroads, you got to be ready, just like with Damage Chicago. So I think those are teams going to be surprised. The surprise packages, the surprise teams of this year. Consistency is what is needed from a team. Those two type of teams, Crossroads and Damage Chicago. Consistency, what they do, what I saw today. You know, and they look very. All the players look very energetic. They look the cohesiveness. I still think they lack quality in a lot of areas, but what they lack in quality, they make up for unity. That's what I think about. They make up for unity. Yeah. That's what I think. I really do think they make up for unity, and they're going to be they're going to be hard to beat. Anybody goes on St. Davis, they're going to be hard to beat.
Well, they proved that last week, but beat PHC.
That's right.
4-0. Yeah.
3-0.
3-0. Yeah.
But it's always that period of the season, because I think they had a lot in the past. I don't know about now. They had a lot of Muslim players, and they always struggled during Ramadan when they were fasting. So if they could make it through that, they'll be good.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
before Giroux joins us, let's quickly look at that first division up at White Hill Field. The Battle of Somerset was won by the Trojans 3-1. It's been that type of season for Somerset Eagles. Bounced out of the FA Cup by a Corona League team. They've lost to Somerset Trojans. They picked up that 1-0 win over St. David's to start the season, but just Griff, looking at Somerset Eagles, give us your thoughts.
Well, if St. David's is your only scout for the season so far, you got to pick up your socks. Like this ain't looking good. You lost to a Corona team, and you lost your Somerset derby. Looks of it easily, so. Seems like you got a lot of work to do, and I don't think you could be named in there as one of the promotion hopefuls based on what we've seen so far.
And Punchy, for Somerset Trojans, your thoughts?
Here's a bubble of. I think they're going to be heads and shoulders above most of the teams in that division. I think so. I said when you get Kenny Thompson come back, and I think I got to applaud. Mr. Seymour, I think, who's been there's a lot of things going on in Somerset that are very good.
Yeah,
and so, but if we would, I know we all picked Somerset Trojans to win this game.
Yeah.
So when you have this type of person, Kenny Thompson, who's you got to applaud him for what he brings to the organization, what he does have in terms of how the teams are set up, what he's looking for, and this is for me going back to Somerset. Let's go back to Somerset Eagles now. Are they going to be another 2 years similar to Hamilton Parish, which I think is a possibility? I do think so. I think they're another team that's going to be on the cusp of just like. It's not going to exist. There's not going to be any competitor. And remember, there is no. When you're playing in that league, for you to lose and be like last, well, where you're not going to whatever you're ever going to. You're not going to be demoted to the third. So the problem is, not the problems, but the point is, when you look at that, then what are their chances of ever progressing where they are? And I do believe, again, I'm going to repeat it, that there will be another team like Hamilton Parish. I think. Well,
I do want to
what's
point
going on
out
there? Yeah, I don't think they're going to survive. Go ahead. I don't think they're going to survive.
Point out that Jensen Rogers is coaching Somerset Trojans, with the assistance of Seymour, and I guess working with Kenny as well. But this is his third season as the head coach up there. Remember, his first season they went down. They didn't come up last season, but I think he's got the team playing and understanding and making that commitment that they need to push for promotion this time around. So we shall see as the season progresses. Then we move on.
Going back to what Punchy said, like it's difficult for, like, I think, neighborhood teams to die, because in that area, the White Hill area, is there is nothing else. So it's Eagles or for most of the players in that neighborhood, unless they're that much better and they play premier, but a lot of them will stick together. So maybe I think the Hamilton Parish thing, from what we're hearing in the comments and other people, is a management thing. So if you keep your management and your coaching intact, you have a possibility to draw from the players in the neighborhood. But if your management goes haywire, then I think that's when you have a situation like Hamilton Parish. It all comes apart.
Well, being that you brought them up, Hamilton Parish were with 11 players at Wellington Oval and lost 6-0 to Vasco. They didn't have any reserves today. They had 2 extra players on the team sheet that did not show up. We did try to get the president to join the show this evening, but we've been told maybe in the new year. I just can't see these guys hanging on with 11 guys each week. As Griff said, when they lost 15, you throw in injuries and so forth, and with the aging of the team, you're going to start having other guys to say, you know what, I can't make it this week, and it's going to just get. I think it's just going to get worse if they don't get bodies on the bench to kind of give guys breaks. It's going to be a long season, or a very short season for Hamilton Parish.
But the thing about it, though, when you ask bodies, you say bodies, like, well, who the bodies going to come from? Where are they going to come from?
Yeah.
Where they really going to come from? Yeah. And I think, again, that's when you had Sergio Aguilera. It's funny when, like, we're going back 2 years, last year before that, about last year they won the cup, right? Didn't they?
Yeah.
Right.
They won the Dundee. Yeah.
The lead. See, for me now, it's worse, because now they have not. What are they really playing for now? For the survival of the club, or are they playing? And then there is no significant. They're not going to be demoted to another league, just like some of the Eagles. So it's going to be interesting to see again where they go, because the cricket program is also. Is a cricket program any good now?
No, it's non-existent.
There you go.
Non-existent.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's just the beginning of the demise.
Yeah.
And then you guys, Griff, are you talking about management? Yes, it is. It's also about management, because like we talked about last week about they were sending away 2 years ago. Hamilton Parish young players are going to tournaments, and Hamilton Parish are winning tournaments in Florida. Where are those players now? Where are those young players?
Playing for all the premier teams now.
Exactly. That's right. Because are they going to other premier teams because of bad management?
No.
So let me tell you. Let me take it one step further for you, Hamilton Parish. So I'm also in the Masters League managers chat. So now they're saying, because they have used the rule is, if you're over 30, you have to be at least 30 to play in Masters.
Right.
Fine. So the issue they have now, though, is some of the Masters players, because they're short, have played in first division. So like, hey, guys, like, you're ineligible if you're playing first division. You can't come back down.
Yeah,
now the Masters team is short, and the Masters team may have to fill. So that'll be it all around.
Yeah.
There you go, Griff. That'll be it all around. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
I mean, we want to say, well, Vasco done the business. They went down there. They took on Hamilton Parish and came away picking up a 6-0 win. So they're off the mark. And each team that they play basically has to take care of their business.
Not so fast, Earl. If Rangers got 15, Vasco only got 6. Vasco, you need some shooting practice this week.
The main goal is 3 points. Because could you imagine being the team that loses to Hamilton Parish this year?
No, I cannot.
No, I cannot. No, I cannot.
You
No.
wouldn't be able to get out of the garage.
No.
Definitely getting sacked in the morning.
And the final First Division game this weekend saw Southampton Rangers defeat Wolves 4-1. Obviously, Wolves struggling at the beginning of the season. Southampton Rangers, they scored those goals week before last against Hamilton Parish. They had that nail biter that went down to sudden death, penalty kicks against Robin Hood last week. So they're under their new leadership and coaching, they've got this rejuvenated lifeline going that should stir them right into the mix of Robin Hood, Somerset Trojans, and Southampton Rangers battling for the 2 spots for promotion. Your thoughts, Punch?
Yeah, well, with Quincy Hunt, I think it's Quincy Hunt up there with them. He left PHC, am I correct? Yes. Yeah. Look what he won at PHC when he was at PHC.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, whatever happened, I don't know. I'm not privy to that, but I do know that, if he goes somewhere, he's going to have possible results, especially in that division, because there's not a whole lot of competition in the division. So, you keep Rangers organized, and you keep he's getting numbers out for training. And with the management now, and I have to applaud, who's the president of the club again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Butch, for what he wants to do, what he wants to change the whole neighborhood. And I tell you, you go back some years ago when Rangers were like in the top division.
Mm-hmm.
And there's good players like around Woodgate Simmons.
Yeah.
But going back to players, and at one time, Kenny Burke played for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to see what's happening with them now, Keith Jennings was up there for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think he was able to get out of that, because how up there, maybe you coming from downtown, it might be difficult, which is okay. I understand that. But I think they're going to be okay for this year. I'm not looking at them to be, but they're going to be, will they be in for the promotion rate? Will they make it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They might need like 1984 Butch Bartow in goal to get promoted.
Oh, I haven't seen him play yet, but it'll be interesting when they go watch him play. They'll be interested to see that.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do, because we do have Jerome Hayward standing by, we're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the Denby Town head coach, Jerome Hayward. We'll be right back.
Beneath the clear blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the long-tails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, it's silence, proudly Bermudian. Bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian. Digicel is proudly Bermudian.
You ever crack open a Coke and just... perfect.
It's that cold, classic hit that never lets you down.
Whether you're chilling with friends or just need a break, you can't go wrong with Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Nothing else compares.
Proudly distributed by Butterfield and Vallis.
Fall in Bermuda isn't about sweaters and raking leaves. It's ocean breezes that cool the evenings, weekend picnics by the water, and family dinners that bring everyone together after long summer days. At Lindo's, we've got everything you need for this season on the island, from fresh local produce to the staples that make your table feel full. This October, make fall in Bermuda taste just a little better. Lindo's, why go anyplace else?
back. We are joined by Jerome Hayward, Dandytown coach. Jerome, first of all, good afternoon.
Yes, good evening, gents, and good evening, Bermuda.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked to you during the preseason, well, the Dudley Eve Trophy competition. We talked to you actually before the Charity Shield. But if you had to grade your season so far, including the September matches right up until Friday night, if you had to grade your team, what would the grade be through 10?
Well, you're putting me on the spot right now, but I would say we're at a B. We're at a B. There's definitely room for improvement, but honestly, the commitment from the players, adaptation to the system has been awesome. So we just have to continue to progress. And again, it's really, really early in our process. So yeah, I'd say we're a B. We could be better, but it could be a lot worse for sure. So
Sure. How much is of not being able to play at BAA kind of, I wouldn't say hurting you or just disrupting what how you would have planned to play because of the surface, it allows you to play a little different football. But now you're finding yourself having to play other places, even at home games. How much has that disrupted what you were planning to do?
it hasn't disrupted it much, but what I will say is with the way we want to play football, BAA was definitely a strategic advantage. I thought our best game, possession wise, of the season was the 1-0 win against Village. We went down to 10 men with 30 minutes to go. Held on for the victory, but I thought our possession was amazing. Our application to our general principles was amazing. And, when you know the ball, something that I think the Bermudian playing staff would benefit from is just better playing surfaces. When we get to the international level, we can't be worrying about if the ball is going to bop up, and having that extra half a second, that extra 3% advantage matters. So going to different fields on the island where you're not necessarily sure how the surface is going to play, it affects how you play football. I heard Michael Finley say the other day that we're not or read rather, that we're not a party bus country, and I agree. But in order for us to be a possession-based country, we need more or better surfaces on the island to play with. So it hasn't affected us that much, but it definitely plays into how we want to play. But again, we just have to master the elements, master the surface, and figure it out. No excuses. Everybody's playing on the same surface, so we just have to adapt.
Coach, I want to remind you, last year is a good omen. Last year, North Village won the league without having a home field for the first half of the season. So they're probably repeating the blueprint.
Listen, I may have to pull patches after this and figure that one out. We'll see. We'll see. I talk to Punchy every once in a while too. So I mean, I just left patches, so I might hey Griff, listen, if that's the vibe, then hey, long may it continue. until next year when Tom's online, then hopefully home field advantage matters. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Punchy, you want to jump in?
Yeah. How you doing, Coach? How are you?
Good,
Yeah, we do
I'm
talk.
good, man.
We do talk a lot. Yeah. I've seen you a couple of games. I mean, first of all, the game, that goal that was conceded the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You must, I don't, when we actually had the video on and I saw it, I was like, wow. That must have been kind of a real, headache setback for you. Not setback, but I just thought it was a bad goal conceded. But I saw some chinks in your armor. I saw you play against Social Club out there that Sunday afternoon out there. I thought that with the way you play, and now you're at the helm of making those type of decisions, I applaud you for what you're trying to do there. What you're doing there, not what you're trying to do, what you're doing there. You can see the results. I thought at times I've seen some chinks in that armor defensively. I'm sure you have discussed that. I mean, for me, you're the most possession-based team in Bermuda now, and what you attempted to do. But against Social Club, there was questions asked because there was a lot of clear-cut chances. I'm sure
Oh, for sure.
that for sure there was I was like really amazed about that too. Maybe would you say your players at that time were just overconfident, or you thought that was just a bad day for them?
I don't think it was either. I think first and foremost, credit to Mikey, the social club coach, and credit to the social club players. Like, they're not a pushover team. I don't know if anybody's thinking that they're gonna be easily relegated or whatever, but they got quality right up through the spine. The captain is amazing. Zico is obviously amazing. You got Clader, the striker Hartman. Like, they got quality the whole way through. So with us, maybe it was a little bit of complacency, but um, at the same time, it's super super early in our process. So it wasn't just, as you said, chinks in the defensive armor, but we have chinks going forward. We have chinks in possession, but these are all par for the course for where we are right now. I've been at the helm for what, 3 months, I guess, since midsummer. So it's super early for us. We have a long way to go, and it's definitely not going to be perfect. I told the executives, and they agree that it's going to take time. So we're doing pretty good right now, but listen, like, yeah, it's I thought that Social Club should have scored in that game. They did 100% should have, but they didn't. So that's part of the game. I thought that in most games that we played in, we should have scored as well, more goals, and that's kind of um, part of what happened on Friday night. When it's time to end the game, good teams end it. I tell my players all the time. Some of them are too young to remember when Italy won the World Cup. They won the World Cup with 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. And it's not like they attacked a lot, but when first of all they made sure they didn't concede, and then when they did get chances, they put the ball in. So good teams, when they're on top, they score the ball, and a lot of the times that's the difference. So we have to improve all around. And again, it's early for us, so we just got to keep going.
I like that. I
But
like that. I'm glad we're talking about that too, Julu, because I told even my nephew about when you start taking up the mental or how your team's going to be set up. I think Bermuda mentality is just play and win. And I think I told Patrick, I think at times he had set the team up last year to be hard to beat, with the exception of Jonte. When you have Jonte and Jai,
Hmm.
but now they're being figured out. So I think I'm very glad you made that point of being hard to beat, and being hard to beat, and the mentality of the Italians. Now that world football is also changing in terms of what you're saying, the Italians now also know that's also you got to have. If that mentality exists, you still got to have creative players. As you can see what happened in Inter Milan, but they got taken apart by PSG. I'm not saying that, but now that, what is the concept that you consider best for your club but Bermuda teams?
So, honestly, I agree with Michael Finley. We don't. Our personality is not to park the bus and be resolute and not concede. But I think we have to attack together. We have to defend together. So, I think the good thing about Bermuda is that because we're small, what are the advantages of being a tight knit community, right? So it's not like, okay, like this America, the USA, they might have a guy from Florida, they might have a guy from Oregon. They have literally two different hemispheres in this. So, but with us, I think we just need to defend better together and attack better together. So with Danny Ton, we're putting things in place. I think Danny Ton, how we're playing, is a good case study for potentially how the island could play. But honestly, we'll see how the season pans out. And yeah, I think our identity is Bermudians. We are trying to word this properly, but we're a confident people. We're in a good way. We're an arrogant people. sometimes in a bad
That's
way.
the
We're
word.
arrogant people. You know what I'm saying? But so we're the Gombe Warriors. So look at it like this. Gombe's when they dance, it's not that they dance together, they dance structured, but it's also a arrogance about it. It's also a cockiness about it. It's also a flair about it. You know what I mean? It's an expression, it's an art about it. And I think we need to just bring that into the national field, into how we play on this island a bit more. I encourage my players, express yourselves. Just it's a time and place, stick to your general principles. But then after that, when it's time to show a little bit of flair, oh, show the flair. If you tell a player, if you put fear in a player, they're gonna play with fear. And you
It's
what you
like
think about you attract. So to me is have general principles, and then after that, free up, work hard, attack together, defend together, and that's what we're trying to put in place at Denny Town. So we'll see what happens as far as the season is concerned, and yeah, I mean, like I said, we're early in our process, so we'll see what happens.
Griff?
So right now you're nearly top of the table. You're in a semifinal, and every club has super fans that go to crazy games. One of ours is Perry Gooder. He started screaming about Triple Crown last November. And hey, take it easy, take it easy. So now
Definitely take it easy.
let's put you in the spot. If you want to say must see TV here, you want to start talking about Triple Crown? You think you got it in you? What's your thing?
Listen, no,
Hey,
Triple
be arrogant,
Crown,
be
no.
arrogant and cocky. Come on, say it.
No. So
Look
so
at win
with that
everything.
arrogance and with that arrogance and with that cockiness, has to be the right approach as far as humbleness and hard work and work ethic, togetherness, camaraderie, team spirit, which in Sir Alex Ferguson's book, to him that was the biggest thing. That's why he didn't hesitate to pull the trigger when it's time to get rid of a David Beckham or a Roy Keane. It's like, nope, your ego is too big for us. Goodbye, leave. So Triple Crown, no. The only thing I'm worried about right now is St. George's. We play St. George's on Wednesday, so that's the only thing I'm focused on. We got Paget after that. I just left that game, so I was happy that that game happened because I could see both teams at the same time. And no Triple Crown, no. we last season, different season. Lighty at the helm, we were playing amazing. We had the longest winning streak, and we obviously won the friendship. But then immediately after that, we played Wolves. We struggled in that game, but we won. And then we had the longest losing streak. So we have to have a balance of the arrogance, the it's not it, I don't know if arrogance is the right word, but you have to be confident. You have to be confident in yourself, in the team, in your abilities, in your team's abilities, in the coaching staff, in the system. And so yeah, hey, Triple Crown. I don't know anything about that. So you have to talk to that fan. And but I would advise him to slow down, stop putting pressure on us. Yeah, like we're just taking it a game at a time, a half at a time, and action at a time. And yeah, we'll see where we end up at the end of the season.
So Ponte and Earl, I think I heard him say come back and check him in December and ask him about Triple Crown. That's what I think.
I did not hear him say that.
I didn't hear that either. I'm pretty sure my ears work. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You know what? Tell you what. If we are in the FA Cup final and we've already won the other two trophies, then ask me about Triple Crown. But before that,
It ain't no
you
fun in
can't
that.
ask me.
Ain't no fun
What's
in that.
that?
Ain't no fun in that. We want bill predictions on this show.
My bill prediction is that Danny Town will continue to evolve, and
All right.
that's what's important.
Real
Yeah.
bill.
Yeah. So Jerome, I mean, obviously, the one thing that everybody's going to be talking about is the connection you have with your Dudley Eve semifinal opponents. You're from St. George's. You play for St. George's. You coach St. George's, and now you're across the way. Obviously, for you, you'll switch off for that 90 minutes. But how emotional will it be for you to face St. George's in the semifinal, a team you helped put together?
I wouldn't say it's going to be emotional. I think it's going to be a special occasion. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Gironde is doing a good job out there. They still got a good nucleus of players. So we will see. Like today I watched them play Paget, and I'm always going to be a St. George's fan. Right now, at Dennytown, and I absolutely love it there. I love the players, I love the executive, I love the fans. I've been, welcomed in, and I'm going to give everything for Dennytown exactly like I did with St. George's. So I wouldn't say it's going to be emotional. We're showing up to handle business, and that's exactly what it's going to be. It's just business. Hopefully we can have a good game, progress to the final, and we'll see. But the main thing I want to see is our players stick to our general principles, execute the game plan, and then after that, may the best team win.
Yeah. Um, you played a lot of football in September in the Dudley Eve, and this week is kind of reminiscent of it. You played Friday, you'll play Wednesday, and then you'll play Sunday. And you've already mentioned it that you play St. George's Wednesday, and then Paget, who are coming off a win against St. George's. You have a spirited Paget Lions team up at Southampton Oval. But short times to get ready for games. What is your strategy for that?
Um, I encourage my players, not just as footballers, but as men, to pour into themselves first. Every single opportunity they have to pour into themselves to do it. Because as you guys know, us as men, we have to constantly pour into others. We have to provide, we have to protect, we have to shield, we have to raise, we have to, coach, we have to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, it shouldn't be too bad. We're pretty deep. We're getting a lot of our. We only have, I think, one suspension. His back. We had a few players who were abroad. They're all back. We had a few players recovering from injury. They're basically all back. I think for the most part, we have a clean bill of health for the first time this season. So honestly, I pregame for the PHC game. CN and I told the team, when everybody is healthy, somebody who is a really good footballer is not even going to make the 18.
Mm.
It's a difficult decision, to make. It's a good headache to hear, but like that's what it is. And so yeah, we'll see. But yeah, with recovery, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. We point to each other. I again express to them to point to themselves. When you hop on a plane and the stewardess starts doing all the buckle this is how you buckle your seatbelt and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When they say if the plane's going down and the oxygen falls, they tell you to put your mask on first, and
Mm-hmm.
then you can help somebody else. So that's all we're just encouraging our players to do, is to pour into themselves first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And then after that, you can worry about your children and your girl and your job and your family and football. Football is a distant, probably fourth or fifth in the line of priorities of a man, a modern day man. So especially on the amateur level. So the only thing that was a little difficult for me as far as recovery was Dennytown obviously have three players in the national squad, and I know the I was saying to the Royal Gazette, I know it's super difficult for the scheduling committee to reschedule games, especially with BAA going offline.
Mm-hmm.
But Dante played a hard 19 minutes in Jamaica. Um, David Jones played a difficult 45 minutes, and Lejon Simmons, sorry, played a difficult, like 66, 70 minutes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have liked to see us play on like the Saturday or the Sunday, but at the same time, we were ready and they were ready. Only Lejon needed a little bit more time to recover, which was fine with us. And again, we're deep, so we just have to suck it up, no excuses, and keep it going. I mean, yeah, you can't complain about a full plate if you pray to eat. So that's where we are.
True. Any final question, Punchy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just looking at statistics of the okay about what the coach is actually talking about. Is to look at the statistics wise. I don't think no team has even scored 2 goals against you. Not yet. I don't think so.
Something we're very cognizant of is that defense wins championships. Our focus isn't necessarily to win a championship, so to speak, but to just continue to develop. And I think most people would say that defense is one phase. Most people would say it's 4 phases to the game: defense, offense, and then they transition between the two. But for me, it's all the same thing because defense leads to offense, offense leads to defense, and the transitions in between. Bermuda is largely transitional, so we try to um, put contingencies in place so that it's not a lot of transition. I tell them all the time, we're not playing basketball, we're not playing ping pong, we're not playing tennis. Keep the ball. When it's time to keep the ball, and know how to keep the ball and why we're keeping the ball. And so yeah, it's always a challenge, especially at the amateur level, to enforce whatever you're trying to implement. But defense is such an underrated part of the Bermudian game, I feel. But yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So if I'm gonna ask you a question about the national teams and where they're at now.
Okay.
So they have conceded in 4 games over 13 goals.
Mm-hmm.
And so isn't it also a worrying sign about our behavior defensively? What you said, even at the national program, because now that we're talking about that, we're talking about what our belief systems are in this country. To see the national, what's your opinion about the national teams that, because in 4 games they only scored 2 goals and they conceded over 13.
Mm-hmm.
And your opinion on that?
It to me is not worrying. To me, it's a lesson that we have to learn. So I talk to people who know a lot more about Bermudian football history than me, and so they would say that we've had better teams than what we have right now. But none of those teams have been this far in World Cup qualifying. So this is the furthest our tiny dot on a map has been ever. So I think they just need to learn the lessons, really take on the lessons, and then start to apply them. The youth that are coming through, I hope they're watching where we are maybe a little bit short. I know the coaching staff has to be on it. I'm sure they're reviewing video and getting training sessions together so that the team understands what needs to happen. But again, for me, it's more a matter of we need to attack together, we need to defend together. One thing I'll never do is judge a coach. I don't know what the tactical setup was. I don't know what he said. I don't know if there was a disconnect or whatever the case may be. But I think the bottom line is that you have to experience is the best teacher, and so we have to experience these things. I think the public at large needs to be patient with our national team on all levels. Yes, so it's a instant gratification generation, an era that we live in right now. You send a text message, that thing's got to go to space and come back. But if that thing don't show 2 ticks right away, how come? It's like, let it happen. And experience is the best teacher. So, I didn't think that we weren't going to progress out of this group, but I said, you know what? If we don't progress, well, we need to just learn the lessons. Steve McLaren parked the bus when Jamaica came to Bermuda. I don't know how much the percentage was as far as possession, but they parked the bus. Why? Because he, I think, was more saying, look, we're away from him. We're not necessarily worried about this level. Maybe they were expecting to go through. So maybe they're expecting to play in Argentina and a France and a Belgium and a Japan and all of that. So I think we're at the stage where maybe we're playing like we're proving we belong. And as we go, once we know we belong, then we can start to implement game plans and execute game plans where we're not proving that we belong, but we are trying to progress. So yeah, it's tough, man. This is not an easy game. Like, it's not easy. So yeah.
One more for you. You said you have probably 25 decent players at your disposal. So on this show, this is known as the reverse Hamilton Parish problem. So good luck to you and your team, and best efforts in the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm a fan of the show. I enjoy you guys. So I'm
Well,
definitely keep it going.
if you're a fan of the show, you know what's coming up next. We're going to take a commercial break. Don't go nowhere. Because you're going to have to do some picks. Not your teams, but you're going to have to do some picks to see how you
Listen,
make up.
listen, Earl, I'm about to school you guys. So you know what I mean. Let's have it. Let's have it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I might take the lead after this. After the next week, I don't know. I might be in front.
Now the cockiness comes out, not when he has to before.
Oh yeah. For that, I could be a little cocky. That's cute. That's cute. You know.
all right. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
You ever crack open a Coke and just perfect?
It's that cold, classic hit that never lets you down.
Whether you're chilling with friends or just need a break, you can't go wrong with Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Nothing else compares.
Proudly distributed by Butterfield and Vallis.
At Lindo's, we're proud to offer Red Tractor certified chicken from the United Kingdom. Red Tractor certification means every step from farm to table meets strict guidelines for food safety, animal welfare, and traceability. It's chicken raised with care so you can feel confident about the meals you prepare for your family. Quality you can see, standards you can trust, and taste everyone will love. Look for Red Tractor chicken available now at Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
Pink sands beneath the clear blue sky, where the ocean meets the land, and the longtails fly in Bermuda. Our hearts belong to this beautiful island. As an island, we are strong, proudly Bermudian. In every single way, from the sunrise to the sunset, and every single day for over 135 years. It's been clear, page of silence, proudly Bermudian, bringing us near. Cause we are proudly Bermudian. Page of silence, proudly Bermudian. Page of silence, proudly Bermudian.
And welcome back. Well, let's get into our picks from this weekend going by. And we will start off, obviously, the Dandytown PHC game. We all took Dandytown. It ended in a draw. We all took St. George's Colts to beat Paget Lions. And we know that Paget Lions won that 2-1. You two took a draw. I took Crossroads. That ended in a draw. We all took Devonshire Cougars to defeat Devonshire Colts, but Devonshire Colts won that 3-2. Present Boulevard and Social Club are on at Devonshire Recreation Club. The first division game between St. David's and Robin Hood was not played. And then we all took Vasco over Hamilton Parish. We all took Southampton Rangers over Wolves. And we all took Somerset Trojans over the Somerset Eagles. So currently, this week, I'm on 4, Punchy's on 5, Griff's on 5. We're all level on 15. So now we're going to get to the picks for this week. And we start with the Dudley East semifinal. Jerome, you can pick in this one because you won't pick in the next one. And we'll start with you. Devonshire Cougars and PHC, Jerome.
Wow. Maybe I think I was a little too cocky earlier.
On this spot, it's a little different, isn't it?
100%.
Hey, they got the comedy music queued up, Earl.
Yeah. Jeez. Jeez. Honestly, I would probably choose a tie, but I know it can't be a tie. So I'm gonna go PAC. I think credit to Lighty and Sequoia. They made some adjustments that made our life difficult. So I think they'll continue to make life difficult. So I'm gonna go PAC.
Yeah, I'm gonna take PHC as well. Punchy.
I'm gonna take this through. I think so. I think with Sequoia, it'll take a little bit of time. Remember this adjustment. He's coming from moving to that position. I think PAC for me should win this game. I think they will.
Griff?
Clean sweep, PhD.
Okay. Giroux's out of this one. St. George's, Colts, and Dandytown. And again, the way they've been playing all season, I'm going to go with Dandytown for this game. Punchy?
Who's the game being played to?
I am not
Bernard's
sure.
Park.
Bernard's Park? Okay, Bernard's Park.
Oh, that's gonna be a tight one there. That's a tight one. That space, speed. I think I'm gonna go with Dandytown also. I'm gonna go with Dandytown. I think what I've seen, the progression already, what they've won a cup, and you look at what the statistics in this year with these games thus far.
Mm-hmm.
I would take them. I'm gonna take Dandytown to win this.
Okay, Griff.
Hey, I'm gonna have to ask you. I'm gonna ask for a little bit of inside information.
Gosh.
Are you practicing free kicks from the halfway line in training this week?
That's nasty. That's nasty, Griff. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. I get no comment. No comment.
All right, blink, just blink.
You still thinking, Griff?
Right, I said Dandytown. I got Dandytown.
Okay. I didn't hear
Give
you.
me that one. Sorry,
I didn't hear you.
you couldn't hear it over the laughter.
Okay. All right. Punchy, you're up.
Right.
Premier Division match. Devonshire Cougars will face Young Man Social Club.
I'm gonna take Cougars for that.
Okay.
Even though it's gonna be a difficult game for them against PHC, but I think I'm still take Cougars for that game.
Okay. Griff.
What day is the Cougars and PHC game?
Wednesday.
And this game's man?
They have it in the schedule Friday, but it can be moved. They can't play. They won't play.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
If they keep it like that, it'd be cruel for Devonshire Cougars.
All right, I'll go Cougars.
Giroux?
You said, sorry, it's Cougars Social Club?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any games at Iraq?
At Iraq, yes.
I am going to go Cougars. I think Cougars is playing good football right now. But that's going to be a close game. I think everybody's underestimating Social Club. Social Club's good. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Cougars.
Yeah, the brave guy would pick a draw then.
I'm gonna take Social Club.
Ooh.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
And I'll tell you why.
All right.
Cougars' legs will be heavy, emotionally playing in a semifinal. It's a lot of football in a matter of 7 days that they will have played. Don't let that game go extra time on Wednesday night.
Oh, for sure.
It allows Social Club to have the fresher legs, and you have somebody like Zico, like you said, you got the Hartman young man. They've got some talent, and I think given the circumstances of when this game's going to be played, I give the edge to Social Club. So that's why I'm taking Social Club.
Those games go extra time, not straight penalties?
The Dudley Youth semifinals?
Yeah.
I believe wouldn't it be extra time and then penalties?
I can't remember the competition rules.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself, but I think that is the case for the semifinal and final. Yeah, if memory serves me correct. Sorry, this game is when?
They have it in the schedule for Friday,
right?
But I believe they'll have to move it.
They move it, yeah.
Yeah. They'll have to move it to Sunday, and still that's 3 games in 7 days for Cougars.
Can I put a caveat to my answer?
Yeah.
That doesn't get you any extra points, though.
Hear me out. If it's on Friday, I'm giving it for tie. If it's on Saturday or Sunday, I'll give Cougars.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No worries. Okay. Griff, you are up.
All right.
On Sunday.
Easy game.
PHC Zebras host North Village Rams.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go PHC.
Drew?
Tie.
Woo!
I'm going to go PHC at home. Punchy?
I'm getting my head battered in, but anyway, I'm gonna go with PHC at home. From what I've seen, Norfolk, even today, they've been poor. They've been poor, really, and I think that's gonna be a little bit much for them. To turn this around right away. They think gonna be turned around right away for Norfolk this year, and so Patrick will probably have to, dig. The players will dig deep. But I don't think at times that with the quality is not there in certain areas of Norfolk's team right now. And so I think I'm going with PHC with this.
All right. Giroux, you're up. This next game. Devonshire Colts won the Battle of Devonshire. On Sunday, it's the Battle of the Colts. They host St. George's Colts at Police Field.
I'm being fresh for all the tough boys. Like, yeah, it's setting me up. That's at Police
Field, yes.
Oh man, I am gonna go tie again.
Another draw.
I'm gonna go draw.
Okay. I'm leaning towards a draw as well. St. George's need again. They're in the same boat as Devonshire Cougars and obviously PHC, playing a lot of football in 7 days. With Devonshire Colts, the way they play at Police Field, I'm gonna actually give the nod to Devonshire Colts.
Give me a good game.
Punchy?
I think I'm gonna go with you, Earl. I think I'm gonna go to Devonshire Colts. With Sharonde, new coach, I think that the whole brothers are important. But as I said before earlier in the show, that playing up that field, anyone who goes up to play against Devonshire Colts up Police Field this year, Ray Jones, they look like they're matured in a lot of areas of the way they play and what they want to achieve. I'm gonna go with Devonshire Colts to beat them.
And Griff?
Guys, I so badly want to pick the draw, but I ain't got the guts to do it. Devonshire Colts. I want to pick the draw, but
okay. All right. So the next match, I'm going already. Crossroads are hosting Boulevard down at St. David's. I've taken Crossroads. Punchy?
You said that quick, girl.
yeah.
That's another team that's gonna be hard to beat, Dawson Davis. That's another team that's gonna be hard to beat. The coaches here, the Dennytown coaches here, I'm sure he's aware of that. They're playing on it. Even when they play today on a smaller field, the energy. There's some parts of them, the way they gave up the first goal against Norfolk, but I still think that the coach on has done a real good job. Now that he's back, the camaraderie there. They're gonna be hard to beat, but I still think that they're not gonna beat this game. No, and I think they're gonna be. Say it again. Who they're playing?
Crossroads and Boulevard.
They'll win it. They're gonna win it. I don't think Boulevard's not. No. I think they'll win that. But I think that another team that anyone who goes on St. David's has got to be prepared to battle and take advantage of where they are not really good in certain areas.
Right.
And so, I would put Crossroads to beat Boulevard comfortably in this game.
All right. Griff?
Yeah, I'm in Punchy. Last week you were saying body or girl. I would say comfortably. Crossroads.
Giroux?
I love what Blazers is doing. I think they're going to continue to evolve, but I think Crossroads has the best striker pair on the island.
Yeah.
In Paul Simons and Donovan Thompson.
Yeah.
Everybody slapped on that combination, which wasn't really seen too much in the Dudley years. So I'm getting Crossroads for sure, but I like what Blazers is doing. So
right.
Crossroads at him, I think they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough for anybody to beat, period. So Yeah.
All right, Jerome, you're out of this one. It's the last Premier Division game for this weekend. It's going to see Paget Lions host the Dendy Town Hornets. Punchy.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah. Through this, even though this game is played, who's going to be played to?
Our
Southampton
Rangers,
Oval.
they host.
Rangers.
Southampton Oval.
You just say Pedro hosting them, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm still going to pick Tom for this. I still think so. I think, for them to go down there, Pedro to go down there. I think, again, the looks like they're going to be, again, they're going through a resurgence. They will go to resurgence, the building club. But against Danny Tom, what Don has always shown me, that these type of games that are so important to win, or even come up with a draw. But I still think that Danny Tom would have the edge in terms of quality.
Okay.
I give Danny Tom the edge on this, sir.
Okay.
Against Paget. Yeah.
All right, Griff.
Yeah. Every time we have one of the coaches on the show, and they always want to say, "Don't just pick my team because I'm on the show." So I'm gonna do that this week. I'm taking a draw.
Wow.
I'm gonna be Bill. It takes guts to pick draws.
Be Bill, bro. Be Bill.
Guts.
Be Bill. Be the Gumby leader. You got the whistle and the bit.
It's definitely a Gumby.
Hey.
I'll
put it out
take it.
there. Just gonna put it out there today. Just gonna put it out there.
Okay. I'm taking Dendy Town.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a tough game.
Until I see a change, I'm sticking with Dendy Town. They've been playing well all season. Okay. Drew, you're back in this one. Somerset Eagles, but we're starting with Griff. Somerset Eagles, Vasco. Griff.
And again,
White Hill Field. Yes, White Hill Field.
Eagles.
Okay. Yeah. Drew?
I'm going Vasco.
I'm going to go Eagles as well. I think it's time they proved they got something right. Punchy?
I think I'm going with Eagles of you guys. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Vasco's a well travel team. I think they're still on the upsurge of learning. So, what are they really trying to do there? So I'm gonna go with Eagles on this because for him though.
Right.
See,
Okay.
it's decisions like this. Why, if I was on his show regularly, I would be in the lead. Yeah. But you know what?
Well, we'll see. We'll see next week.
You see next week?
We'll see next week. Yeah.
You'll definitely see.
Yeah. Okay.
We can have side bets. I can bring your house in a few weeks.
I'm not a gambler. Never been one. Never. So,
All right, Jerome, you're up. Robin Hood hosts Wolves.
Robin Hood.
Okay. I'm gonna take Hood as well. Punchy.
I'm gonna take Hood as well. The Sergio Goody. I'm taking Hood for this.
And Griff.
Up the Hood. Yeah. I'm different.
Okay. I'm up. St. David's hosting Hamilton Parish.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going with St. David's, try and get a cricket score. Punchy?
St. David's. Yeah.
Griff?
And this is at St. David's?
At St. David's, yes.
Yeah, they don't win this. Yeah, St. David's.
And Drew?
Warriors.
Okay. Everybody took St. David's. St. David's, don't let us down. I don't think they'll be able to get out of St. David's if they lose to Hamilton Parish. Good Lord.
Yeah.
That's like losing Connie Cup to Bayless Bay, isn't it?
Hey,
all right.
Any parties on St. David's on Saturday?
All right, Punchy. You're up for this one. Southampton Rangers host Somerset Trojans.
Wow. I'm still going to pick Somerset for this. Somerset. Yeah.
All right. Griff?
Trojans. I'll go Trojans.
Jerome?
Sorry, where's the game to?
Rangers.
Southampton over.
Rangers.
They played before you came.
Wow.
Before you came.
Oh, right. I'm gonna say a tie.
Okay. I'm going to say draw 2-2. 2-2.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Quincy and Jensen are both doing good jobs up there.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a tight and a tough game.
Yeah. That's gonna be just like Rangers and Robin Hood last week. Both teams are not giving up many goals and are scoring goals. So yeah, I take a draw.
You guys been watching too much Disney shows. Somebody's getting their feelings hurt in this game.
I hope it's not you when you took Trojans. Well, Drew, thank you very much, and good luck on Wednesday night in the semifinal out at Bernard Park against
Thank you.
Farm Club. It should be, no matter who gets into the final, it should be a good final. But one thing's got to be said: the last team to win this title ended up in the first division. And one thing that you're going to have to work on, it hasn't happened when you won the charity, is how the team kind of imploded after you won the friendship trophy last year, New Year's Day. Like you said, you struggled after that. And hopefully those players understand what they done last year. They cannot emulate it again. They have to be better. They have to be different. They have to challenge themselves to be better. So
for sure.
You know why he wouldn't commit to the triple crown? Because he said it's going to be 4 trophies.
you know what?
You're carrying on right now. You're carrying right on. You've been in sorry, somebody's calling me. You've been enjoying the United victory. That's why you're being Bill right now.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy it too much. that's like being too rich or too good looking.
You're right.
You only beat Liverpool today, right?
Yeah, hey, that's right. And I lost 4 games, so we're looking for a big team to beat moving forward.
City. You can't beat City. I know that's my team is City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week Sunday with another edition of the Island Stats Football Show. Good luck in your
have a blessed one, you guys.
Good luck
Take
in
care.
the semifinal. Have a good night.
Thank you.